Hello everyone, welcome to Wild Writing in the Time of Corona. We're on one of our different days, day 182, and today I'm going back to a form of poetry that I think works particularly effectively. It's very different, and that is a golden shovel poem. So it was invented by someone called Terence Haynes and is based on a writer called Gwendolyn Brooks, who wrote a poem called We Real Cool, and she mentioned the golden shovel. Now all of that basically has come to mean that you take a line or lines from another poem, and each word in the line in order becomes the last word of your line. So if you read your poem when it's finished down just the last words, it'll make the line that you or lines you originally chose. And in the title of the poem, you attribute the poem and the poet you've mentioned. And that's all it is. And it need have nothing to do with the original poem at all. I suggest you find a poem that you like, or one you think you can work with, and then I think the best way to do it is to write the lines down the side. So I'll just show you what I did. So you can see I actually had two lines written down and I discarded the first. So if you know, it's a funny way of writing because you know what the last word of the line is going to be. And I have to say today I chose very badly because I ended up with words like I and the at the end of the line. And actually it's much easier when you do this to have nouns or verbs at the end of the line instead of little words that are sometimes very tricky. In fact, I had to alter one of mine slightly. So I'll tell you the line I worked with and I'll read you the poem and see, so you can try and see how it works. So the poem I chose was a very famous one. It was Tennyson's Ulysses, and which has very many memorable lines in it, particularly the last couple. But the line I chose was a really silly one to choose because it's very difficult to work with. But the line was, I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. I should see two eyes in there, the, from, unhelpful words. So this is an exercise in for me initially, getting to the last word and getting that to be right. This sounds like it's dreadfully autobiographical, and it isn't particularly. It's just trying to make things work. So I'll read it to you. I've written it first person. I may yet change it to third, but for the moment, as it exists fairly hot off the press, it's in first person. So, Golden Shovel poem with reference to Ulysses by Lord Tennyson. Now it seems that I, who travel far in my later years, cannot find a homely bed on which to rest. Head lying heavy, images flood from moments deeply buried. To my eyes they travel, mapping out a landscape, borderless, that I see myself adrift in, restless, with no will to turn or steer. Leaning into the river, I drink Mnemosyne, plunging deeper into the clouded pool of life. Dawn stirs, my shoulders ache. Where was I swimming to? Years to come will find me resting, done with diving, swimming, all of these. I want to be like old Ulysses, to have drunk life to the lees. That's my attempt at it, and I kind of think it's one of those examples where the poem evolved really to fit the words that were there. It wasn't one where I set out deliberately to write a particular idea. So I think probably this is an example of wild writing working particularly well, although I'm not too sure about the poem. Anyway, I look forward to seeing your contributions. I hope you've enjoyed the workshop. It is indeed very different. And do post your poems on the Facebook page or on the YouTube channel, or just send them to me privately. So I'll do the next workshop in a couple of days, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And you have a good day wherever you are, and keep writing. Bye-bye.